Hi guys, so this is a quick edit before we get into today's video of JuJu Watkins winning the Athletics National Player of the Year unanimously. And if you guys were to ask me why did they pick JuJu Watkins to be the National Player of the Year unanimously, I believe, and this is just my opinion, I could be wrong, if you put the best players in the nation, so that means JuJu Watkins, Hannah Hidalgo, Lauren Betts, Madison Booker, Paige Beckers, Flau'jae, Tania Latson. If you put all of these players in one pool, who do you feel more comfortable as your number one option? Because some will argue Hannah Hidalgo because of USC, Texas, and UConn. And we're going to bring that up in this video as well. And then some people will say Paige because, Paige is a veteran. She's the OG. So some people say Paige. Some people may say Flau'jae because of her two-way ability. Some may say Madison Booker for being a point forward. Lauren Betts because she's arguably the best big in the nation outside of when she plays USC. Except the first time they played. The second time they played, I don't know what happened. But anyways, you put all those players in the pool, who are they going to pick as their number one option? And they feel as if JuJu is the best number one option out of everybody in the list. And I've said this maybe 3 months ago, that JuJu Watkins in her class is the best case scenario for a lot of these WNBA teams. A lot of these teams, even in the NBA, will drool over a player because JuJu is 6'2". So that means that's somebody that is a power forward, maybe center's height, because JuJu and Angel Reese are almost the same height. And they play two totally different positions. And JuJu can get from not only one side of the court to the other side of the court, have a consistent handle, get to her spot, and draw fouls, which I know a lot of people don't like because they may say she's the Shea Gillius of women's college because she shoots a lot of free throws because she gets to her spot and draws fouls and shoots free throws. But realistically speaking, that's how she scores. She hits threes. She gets to the basket. She can play make a little bit, get rebounds. They view JuJu Watkins as a do-it-all player. So compared to other players like Hannah Hidalgo, who ran into a stretch of a slump recently, and then you put in Flau'jae and Madison Booker and Lauren Betts and Tania Latson, they're going to pick JuJu over all of those players relatively unanimously. So in my opinion, if you were to ask me why did the Athletic pick JuJu unanimously for National Player of the Year, and let's not get this confused with the John Wooden Award and things of that nature, because that's not what this is. Now, this may be big in some way, and this is why this is a video, but JuJu is too much of an all-around player, and that's why, in my opinion, the Athletic picked her unanimously over the Hannahs, the Paiges, and the Tania Latsons, the Madison Bookers, and Lauren Betts, because she can do it all. And again, people may say Hannah Hidalgo because of the 3 big games this year. She stepped up. But then the recent slump might have played a huge part in it. Lauren Betts' recent slump versus USC. And, oh, yeah, that's pretty much it. So with that being said, let's go and get into the video. One last thing, and then we're going to get into the video. Because I know a lot of people are going to use recent bias and say, well, JuJu had a better end to the season than everybody else, like the Hannah Hidalgos, the Madison Bookers, the Flau'jaes, the Paige Beckers, and Lauren Betts. JuJu had a better end to the season, but still, you're looking at a player that is 6'2", 6'3"-ish, right? In NBA terms, that's maybe, 6'8", 6'9", that can get to one side of the court, to the other side, and take the ball coast to coast and get fouls. They view that as a better number one overall option versus a player of a Hannah Hidalgo, who has been in a recent slump. So that might have played a part into it. Lauren Betts, you see how she played when they played USC, UCLA. See how that turned out? That might have played a part in it. And then you say the Flaugiers, the Madison Bookers, great players, amazing players. Flaugiers, amazing two-way, and Madison Booker was a point forward. They felt as if JuJu is better than both of them as far as being a better number one overall option. And then you have the Tania Latson, who they probably viewed it like this. Tania Latson may be a better scorer than JuJu, but is she a better player than JuJu? So, if you were to ask me why did the Athletic pick JuJu as unanimous, which again, let's not get carried away because the Athletic is not the John Wooden Award or anything like that. It is a huge accomplishment, yes, but that's not the big award. Now, when it's the big award, the John Wooden Award, the one that really matters, then we really could have that conversation. But this is the Athletic. This is who they felt as this is the best player in the nation. And it is what it is. So with that being said, that's the end of this edit. And let's get into the video. Well. Look what we have here today. JuJu Watkins voted the Athletics unanimous National Player of the Year. Keyword unanimous. Now, before we get into this video, what we really want to talk about, this is not the official Player of the Year. This is according to the Athletic. And the Athletic is still a huge accomplishment because the Athletic is very high into the college sports. They're like right under the big award, like the John Wooden Award and stuff like that. So this is still a big accomplishment. But JuJu Watkins won this award unanimously. And you got to think about the other players in the country, right? You have Hannah Hidalgo, Flaugier Johnson, Paige Beckers, Madison Booker, Tania Latson, and JuJu won this award unanimous. But the reason why this is a video is because I came across this from SSNJ-0J underscore 350. According to this post, it was 20 hours ago. He went on to X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, and went on to say, I urge people when deciding between Hannah and Hidalgo, maybe Hannah and JuJu, to look at the totality of their resumes and not just slip and think JuJu should get it based off the end of the season. Both players very deserving. I mean, it's true. I mean, it's technically not wrong because there's a lot of players that could have won this award, and JuJu won it unanimous. Because when I think about unanimous, I think about 2016 Curry, right? Nobody could hold 2016 Curry. And he was the first unanimous NBA MVP. And there's so many great players in college right now. Again, the Hannah Hidalgos, the Flaugiers, the Page, the Latson, the Madison Bookers. So for her to win unanimous, and according to this, based off the end of the season, is very interesting. So, since we're on this topic, let's go stat for stat. Let's see if JuJu really deserves to be National Player of the Year unanimously. Right? So let's start with Hannah, and we're gonna go on to the top players in the nation. Hannah averages 24, almost 5.5 rebounds, 4 assists, 46.5% from the field, right? JuJu is 20, 24.5, almost 25 a game, 7 rebounds, almost 4 assists, and 43% from the field. So that we have them averaging the same amount of points. JuJu's getting maybe a rebound more, rebound and a half a rebound more, same amount of assists, and Hannah Hidalgo shooting more efficient. If I'm Hannah Hidalgo and I'm seeing this, the Athletic, again, Athletic is not the actual big award. This is according to them. And I see that she won unanimously. I feel some type of way. And you know why? Because you have to think about when the season started, right? during that Thanksgiving. I think it was around Thanksgiving, right? When Notre Dame flew from, I believe, Indiana is where Notre Dame is from. Or where's that? Flew all the way to LA and played USC, and they bullied them and beat them bad. And the way how Hannah was rated during that time, Hannah Hidalgo was named the best player in the country after that game, right? Then when Notre Dame played Texas, Hannah Hidalgo was almost stamped as National Player of the Year. And then when they played UConn and Hannah Hidalgo went off again versus UConn, it was licked, flip, stamp, delivered for her to be the actual National Player of the Year, not according to the athletic, but the real award, right? And I see that she wins unanimously after we beat them. And you see the season that Hannah has been having. You kind of, I'm Hannah Hidalgo. I feel some type of way. But that's just me personally. If I was Hannah, I would feel some type of way. But maybe she doesn't. She's just, ready for the ACC tournament. And maybe this will get her to lock in. Because these last couple games, her not scoring in fourth in the overtime, it's like, what's going on? So maybe this might wake up that beast in Hannah and she starts going off. But anyway, let's go to the next player, Flau'jae Johnson, who also should be a candidate for National Player of the Year, averaging 19, 6, 2.5 assists, 46%, almost 47% from the field. That being said, JuJu scoring more points, maybe a rebound and a half more. JuJu averages more assists, but Flau'jae shoots better. Next, we have Madison Booker, 16, 6.5, 3 assists, 46%. JuJu scoring more points. Rebounds are almost identical. Um, JuJu's averaging almost same amount of assists. JuJu's averages maybe a half assist more, 1.5 assists more. And Madison Booker shoots better, around 4% better. Tanaya Latson, who is the best scorer in the nation. This is the number one scorer in the nation, right? You kind of feel some type of way that I'm not in this conversation because that means JuJu is way up here and everybody else is just either not even close if it's unanimous, right? And Tanaya Latson is scoring more than JuJu. 25. JuJu's getting more rebounds. Tanaya averages more assists, and she has a better field goal percentage. Yet, nobody cares. Nobody talks about her at all. Now let's go to the last player, Paige. JuJu scoring more than Paige, getting more rebounds than Paige. Paige is showing a lot of playmaking ability, so she's been averaging about 5 assists and shoots a way higher percentage than JuJu. If I'm these one, two, three, 4, 5 players, and I see that she won unanimous, I know they're probably sitting back thinking they're probably not, but they're thinking like, man, I want JuJu's head on the wall. They probably want JuJu's head with the bun on the wall because they probably feel disrespected. They feel like they had a great year, and for her to win unanimous is kind of it hurts a little bit. So that might give these players an extra boost to try harder. But the thing about JuJu winning unanimous too is that she has to play at a certain level the entire March. Cannot afford to have a mid to a bad game, or God forbid they get eliminated early. Because they're going to pull this right back up from the athletic and say, this is your national player of the year. Not just national player of the year, unanimous. So JuJu, she's going to have to lock in all the way. She's going to have to lock in completely in order to live up and hold up to the hype. Even players like Lauren Betts. Now, see the thing about Lauren Betts, and I was close to skipping, is because the USC games kind of just that just almost kicked her out the conversation almost. Averaging almost 20, yeah, pretty much 20 points, 10 rebounds, almost 3 assists, 62%. I mean, that's kind of expected because most of her points are in the paint. Even then, Juju scored more rebounds. Juju has more assists, and Warren Betts is obviously shooting way higher. And if you're UCLA, y'all low key cancel, but this could really give you even more motivation to beat USC in the March Madness. Because if y'all lose to them 3 years in a row, or not 3 years, 3 times in a row in the same year, 5 times in total, last season, twice this year, and if they play each other in March Madness or in the championships of the Big Ten, and USC beats them again, that just clearly states that USC owns them. And Lauren Betts has to wake up and has that type of game. She has to be like Nicole Jokic. As you can see, 26 and 10, 22 and 12, 22 and 7, 18 and 13. Last time they played USC. But 11 and 11, she has to play way better than that. Especially with a team like USC. She has to be completely locked in and show that deserves to be in that conversation for National Player of the Year. But we're gonna go into X Twitter and see what the people think about Juju winning unanimous. So we're gonna start with the Hannah comments, and then we're gonna go to Juju and see what they say. So this is VVD F Sure Juju National Player of the Year. Bye bye Hannah Doggo. And see, just keep in mind, people don't like Hannah as it is based off of the post. I ain't gonna speak too much. It's just the post. If you know, you know. What she posted on her Instagram stories. This came from the end of last year. Y'all defended Hannah Hidalgo like the police didn't find human remains and evidence of cannibalism in her LA home that she sold in 2013. That's crazy wordplay. Not gonna lie to you. People love to talk about Caitlin Clark the last 2 seasons, but Juju Watkins is the more complete player and the most talented I've ever seen in a women's game. Have you heard of Hannah Hidalgo? That's probably how a lot of people feel, and why they feel some type of way about her, Juju Watkins, winning unanimously, right? Um, yeah, that's nothing. That's a meme. Y'all defending. Oh, yeah, we just read that. Y'all are up Hannah Doggos, you know what, so much. She might as well be Jesus Christ to you. Let that girl go. I promise she isn't the savior you think she is. Interesting. Again, we'll see in March. We will see in March. Because that will tell you a lot. And I promise you, those videos, I'm gonna be sitting back looking like this the entire month. I'm gonna be sitting back here with the snacks and the beverage, the drink, watching every game just like this, because I want to know who really the best player in the nation when it comes down to it. Not these little games where it's USC versus Uptown State. I want to see the best players in the nation go up against each other and see who's really about it. Because I doubt Juju's ducking smoke. Juju's gonna come out here and really show everybody that she is like that. But again, one, two, um, Hannah Lauren Betts, three Flauget, four Page, five Madison Booker, six Tanaya Latson. They want Juju's head on the wall seeing this. They're gonna come out and really have take over the entire game. But again, Juju's not ducking no smoke, so this march is going to be extremely inspirational. Tell you that right now. Very inspirational march coming soon. But anyway, let's go ahead and look at the Juju posts and see what they're saying. And we're gonna wrap this video up. See what y'all saying after she won unanimous. Y'all, what is a 22, 23-year-old Juju Watkins gonna be like? You see what a 19, not even 20-year-old Juju looks like. What a 22, 23, excuse me, a senior year Juju Watkins? Y'all not ready to have that conversation yet, so I mean I'll leave that to y'all. This sophomore class is unlike any women's basketball we've ever seen. Alongside Juju Watkins, Audie Crooks too. Audie Crooks is another player that's really talented that doesn't get a lot of recognition at all. I mean, she's not in there for National Player of the Year, but she's also a big part for Iowa State. I know that ain't who I think it is. If you know, you know. Um, JuJu and Kiki have been winning the Big Ten regular season title. What is this? Juju's teammates' only task is to stay out of her way and not do no dumb stuff. And they can't ever, they can even do that. I mean, they end up winning regardless. They end up winning the game regardless. Juju Watkins is dog walking the ish out of UCLA. This is Athletics Women's College Basketball All America's first team. Okay, so we have Juju, of course, Lauren Betts, Hannah Hidalgo, Paige Beckers, and Madison Booker. Can't argue with that. You just can't argue with that. Maybe you could put Tanaya Latson in there, but again, this five is not losing any games. UCLA describing Juju Watkins.
But I was happy as if he wanted you out of there, he'll go do it himself on feet by himself. But I was happy as hell when I found out Vaughn was dead. Nigga, I cooked for the whole day.
When you heard that Vaughn got killed, how'd you feel?
Hey, look, some people need to be gone, bro. You know what I'm talking about? In order for shit to get better.
One of Satan's greatest soldiers was King Vaughn. Vaughn was different. Like, when shit happened to Vaughn. Ain't nothing.
This probably not even. This probably not even just UCLA. This probably the entire country. To be honest with you. X Twitter, man, that's crazy. Pathetic. LOL. But yeah, you guys, you let me know what you think about this, because this is the end of this video. You guys let me know down below in the comments how you feel about Juju winning and being named the unanimous National Player of the Year. Again, not to sound like a broken record, but this is over players like Hannah Hidalgo, Flau'jae Johnson, Paige Beckers, Madison Booker, Lauren Betts, and she won unanimous. Again, Juju not ducking smoke. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt Juju's ducking smoke. So she will come out here and hoop the entire March. But again, on the other side of the coin, it's gonna be players that want their head on the wall. So it's gonna be a good March. Somebody will get exposed, and we're gonna see what happens. You let me know in the comments. Do you feel like her winning National Player of the Year by the Athletic is that justified? Do you feel like they got it right? Do you feel like they got it wrong? Do you feel as if somebody else should have won it? Do you feel like somebody else should have won the award unanimously? And I'll see you guys in the next video, man.